Hey guys, it's Babypowder, and we're back with another one of our mailbox cleanouts for our 200 run series part 2. And this is going to be for week 10, where we actually added our loop from doing Alderman, and that was the only one we were actually able to get done that week, unfortunately. But it is Alderman, it can take a little while, and it wasn't too bad. We did actually get a Jinsu this time. And then we got some patterns, of course, too, which is what I really like to go to Alderman for now, is like to get the classic patterns. I feel like we got better drops last time we did it, but that's how RNG works. Sometimes you get it, sometimes you don't. But we did get a Jinsu, and we didn't get a Jinsu last time. Anyway, guys, before we get into our review, though, and get to our mailboxes and see how much gold we make this week, if you do like these cleanouts, make sure you smash the big thumbs up. It lets me know that you like it. Also, do not forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. So again, we farmed Alderman. Let's go ahead and take a look at how we're doing so far. So last week we actually had a really good week as we sold the rich purple silk shirt pattern finally. So we ended up with 780,281 gold for the week. So it's been our highest week yet. Hopefully we can even keep it rolling and maybe even beat that this week. Would like to see a week with at least 1 million gold, but I don't know if we're quite there yet with the stock. So we'll have to see if it can happen. So you never know. Anyway, that did bring us up to 2,344,848 gold made so far since we started this series, which actually puts us above what we have made with, by the 10th week in the series 1. Because you see, I have it added up over there at 1,716,000 gold. Again, though, it was a slower series. We were only adding one farm each week, which we only added one this time, but we have added more than just one farm, in our previous weeks. Anyway, that leaves us with 7,655,000 left to make to reach our goal of 10 million. So we're getting close. And if we can have a good week this week, we'll get even closer. So far, we've made 2,104,000 of that with transmog alone and 240,000 with materials. We don't really get much materials anyway. We're mostly focused after the transmog, but it does help out. And as far as our realms, we're doing this between Proudmoore and Thrall. Proudmoore actually did do better last week, which means they're still doing better overall at 1,291,000. They made 462,000 last week, and Thrall made 318,000, putting them at 1,053,000. So not too big of a gap there, but still about 250,000 more or 240,000 more. As far as series 1, though, we are still tracking all those items, although they're on different realms now. They actually had a pretty low week last week at only 131,000, but this week they actually did pretty well at making us an additional 249,000 gold, pretty much in passive gold, because we're not adding any more items to their stockpile. We're just trying to sell out what we farmed up with series 1, which they have since we've started the series. So for the 10 weeks, they've made us 3,718,000 gold so far, which goes to show, since we're not adding anything new to that loot pile, just being stocked up helps make more sales, because they've made more than this series since those items have been shifted over, and that's because they're stocked up, of course. And of course, when we get this one stocked up, this one can make us passive gold as well. We can move on to do other things or stock other realms. But anyway, that's going to pretty much do it for the review. Let's go ahead and get to our first bank alt, which is going to be our low value transmog bank tune for Proudmoore, and then our high value bank tune for Proudmoore, and then we'll do the materials, which also includes some pets and stuff from the islands, and then we'll shift over and look at Thrall and see how well they did. All right, so on to our first bank alt. All right, guys, so here we are. It's our first bank alt from Proudmoore, and it's our low value bank tune. Let's take a look. We've got 15 sales at 19,465 gold. So we've had more gold sometimes, but not a bad value to sell average or whatever gold made per sell average, with it being over 15,000 with 15 sales. So 19,465 gold. Let's see if we have any standouts here. We have the gnarled ash staff. Not sure where that comes from. Almost 2,000 gold. Ceremonial leather harness, 4,200. And then we have the steam scar gloves at 6,200. And that's pretty much it. That was our biggest one, was those Steam Scar gloves. I'm not quite sure where those came from either, actually. It doesn't stand out to me, Steam Scar. But anyway, it's just low value stuff, you know, and we have some others getting kind of close to 1,000, so that's pretty good as well. All right, on to Proudmoore's high value bank tune. Hopefully we got some exciting sales, and we have 8 sales, 243,936 gold. So we do. That's really good. I mean, that's our main goal, is to at least be over 200,000 each week. Of course, we want to aim for as high as we can possibly get it, but that already puts us over the 200,000 goal, so that's really good. Let's see what we've got here. Just some really low ones here. Actually, probably should be on low value. Plunder Totem for 3,300. Plans for the Golden Scale Shoulders, 14,000. And then somebody was getting those Golden Scale plans, this Golden Scale boots at 213,891 gold. So that's our big sale. Before the cut, man, it took 11,000 cut. It was 225,000 before the auction house cut. So yeah, really nice one there. We also sold the Thistle Tea pattern for almost 4,000. That's went up a little bit, actually. It was selling like right at like 1,500 or something like that. Tunnel Pick. Is that one of the Northern Eastern Kingdom items? Actually, I think it's a item. Way better than that though. But still, it's fine. We sold it right. 6,700. Not bad there with that one. Gave us 6,400 there, and then just another low one with these. Sold 2 of these Gold Rock gauntlets, and I believe those were the gloves. I was actually I was saying we're like over inflated, and we got a whole ton of them anyway. I mean, we got a bunch of those. But yeah, nice that we got more than the vendor got, and we didn't sit on them for forever, so I'm okay with that. But anyway, 243,936 gold. All right, last bank alt for Proudmoore, and it's going to be the materials / pets for Proudmoore. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what they got. And we've got 23 sales, 6,104 gold. Let's see if we sold some of the pets here. Tongue lasher, yep, 1,700. And that's probably really the only thing that really stands out. Firestein buzzer, almost at 1,000, probably went right at 1,000 before the cut there. And that's pretty much it. Some large fangs, actually not too bad, 56, 419 gold. And then just some random things we were probably getting out of like chests and stuff when we were running Alderman there. It's not really too much materials you're really going to get other than what you're kind of getting out of those chests and things. But yeah, not bad. It helps. Every little bit helps us out. So let's get to Thrall and see how well they did. All right, guys. So now we're over here on Thrall and starting out again with low value transmog. They've got 12 cells, 22,861 gold. So better than Proudmoore. One, again, they have less cells and higher, amount of gold made. So that means they actually got better value for their cells. Let's see what we sold here. Pattern for Embrace of the Phoenix, 6,100. Not bad. A couple close to 1,000 gold here. Then we have one of the Nat Pagel books at 3,800. Another Nat Pagel book. So 2 of those. I'll probably have to dig some of those out of the bank vault now and actually get some more up on the auction house, because I think that's all I really had in my bags. Then we have a Thistle Tea pattern once again, 2,069 gold. So actually got a little bit better value with the sell over there on Proudmoore on that one. Male combat leggings sold for 1,800. And then we sold the Excavators brand. So actually 2 things that we may have gotten from, well, the Excavators brand we definitely got from Alderman. But the male combat leggings, they drop in Alderman, but we also did Scarlet Monastery right before that, and we got a bunch of those from there as well. So it could have came from either one of those. So yeah, but anyway, really good either way with getting 12 cells and 22, almost 23,000 actually. All right, guys, so now on to Thrall's high value bank tune, and hopefully they can have something as good as Proudmoore. Let's take a look. We've got 10 cells, 87,803 gold, nowhere near Proudmoore, and 10 cells at not even being over 100. It's looking kind of rough here. Let's see what we got though. Barbaric Loincloth at 6,500. Schematic for the hyper magnified moon specs, 9,500. Same with the lightning edge. Man, all these later hollow gogs, 95. So we sold all these at like 10, like right at 10,000. quad death blow. Man, we sold a whole bunch of our stuff. That's probably like almost all of our patterns from Sunwell, other than I don't see, there's a couple of them I don't see. I don't see like the Wonder Hill shades, if we even had that one, and there's another one. But anyway, yeah, Sure Strike goggles as well. That one actually kind of sells kind of low, but man, kind of shocked that that's all we got. Yeah, it may have been somebody trolling and actually posting these kind of like right at 10,000 and getting me to post them that low. I post so much, I don't really pay attention, so at least it's better than like 1,000 gold, right? So 500. But yeah, a lot of sales of those patterns there. Aboriginal vest sold for 8,500, and then the staff of the Blessed Seer for 6,100 as well. But we'll still take it. It's gold made. It's more than a vendor would give us, but we would have liked to have at least gotten, I don't know, like somewhere between 30, 50,000 for these patterns at a minimum, but it's what it is, right? We'll probably still even go back to Sunwell. Maybe we still have a lot of farms to do, but this one's all about making 10 million as fast as possible. So it'll all depend on, if we completely sell out of those patterns. But anyway, 87,803 gold. All right, guys. So it's our last bank alt for this week's clean out. It's our materials / pets for Thrall, before we pull the review sheet back up. And we've got 27 sales, 5,911 gold. So right about the same, a little bit lower than Proudmoore. Let's see, we did sell Captain Nib's pet at 1,400. And other than that, just looks like some of those little materials we were getting out of the chest from Alderman. Heavy leather here. We've got Snort, actually, like right at 500 gold. Sold 2 of those. Makes up to 5,000 or 1,000. I mean, Large Fang 54,404. All right, guys. So back to our sheet. Let's go ahead and take a look, see how well we did for week 10 of the 200 Run Series Part 2. Looks like we got 374,065 gold for Transmog alone, 12,015 gold for our materials / pets, which is actually almost double what we made last week, which is really good for the material part and the pets. But we are down from what we made last week with only making 386,080 gold versus the 780,000. Now, we did sell a rich purple silk shirt pattern last week though, so it's still really good though. I mean, we're well over the 200,000 that we look to make each week. We're above what we made, the 10th week for the series 1, which means we're even further beyond what we were making at this time last time, which is great, as we only made 212,659 gold on week 10 of the series 1. And we were only at 1.7 million, where we're already at 2.7 million now. 2,730,928 gold, leaving us with 7,269,000 gold left to make to reach our goal of 10 million. So we are closing in quite a bit faster. We're actually over a million gold more than where we were last time. Though we do actually have some weeks coming up where Series 1 has some big cleanouts. With that, between our 2 different realms, we have Proudmoore still leading, although they're working together. It's not really a competition between the 2 realms, but Proudmoore did make us 269,000. Thrall only made us 116,000, which is down from last week from what both of them actually made. They both had really good weeks last week. Still really good weeks for both realms, I feel. I wish I would have made some more from those patterns from some on Thrall, but it is what it is. They still got us overall over 100,000, which brings our total for Proudmoore so far. They've made us 1.5 million, and Thrall has made us 1.1 million, almost 1.2 with Thrall there. So yeah, not bad at all as far as how things are rolling. We do have this week with the loot video that you guys will see on Wednesday. That will actually cover 2 dungeons. Actually, I was able to complete both Zul'Farrak and Skyreach, so hopefully those items will help us. Got some really good stuff from both of those, I feel, anyway. So this week we're actually working on Karazhan and RFK, and hopefully some of those items will be able to help us out with getting some more sales. We've got RFK, which will have some blue specific items from RFK, plus some, you know, decent greens and things too. Maybe we get another shot at that rich purple. We also have Karazhan, which will give us a chance of getting more patterns, and maybe, well, won't necessarily be able to replace the patterns that Thrall sold because those schematics and they only drop in some, well, but maybe some of the actual world drop patterns, which are really nice. Maybe we can actually get another Fell Steel Loneblade pattern. We got one last time we did it. But that's being hopeful. You know, it doesn't always happen. But anyway, guys, I think that's going to pretty much wrap this one up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys are enjoying these, please smash the big thumbs up. Lets me know that you enjoy it, and also helps out the channel. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this one. I hope to see you all in the next video and live sometime on Twitch. Take care, guys.